G'day, thanks for having me. Hey, give it up for Atlanta Collie, for Tony, for Luke. Those guys are amazing. Hey. So my name's Max. Thanks for having me. I'm a climate activist. Give it up for all the other activists in the room this evening. You can tell that I'm a climate activist because, well, look at my hair and my skin complexion. When I go outside on a hot sunny day, my skin doesn't so much burn as it does burst into flames. That's a spontaneous combustion joke. But yeah, look, the real reason I care about climate change is because, you know, it affects me and my people. It's like a life or death situation. Like, gingers will become extinct because of climate change. So the work that I do protecting biodiversity, that's really to protect us, the gingers. Like, I'm the biodiversity. A lot of people tell me that Al Gore's film, An Inconvenient Truth, was like a thing that sparked their caring about climate change, sparked them into action. Forget Al Gore, I was really sparked into action by watching a different film. Ice Age 2. The Meltdown. I was just watching, you know, all these furry little critters dealing with this catastrophic threat to their existence and their acorns, and I thought, you know, the Pandora's box had just opened for me there and then. Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. Very powerful film, highly recommend it. Now I know what you're thinking, but Max, I haven't seen Ice Age 1! Don't worry, it's on Netflix. Do yourself a favor and go see it. But whatever you do, don't watch Ice Age 4, Continental Drift, because that shit just gets a little bit too real. So hey, I'm a vegan, and oh yeah, round of applause for all the vegans in the room as well. Good on you. Good. Love being vegan. When people find out that I'm vegan, a question that I often get is, but hey Max, what do you eat? Like, what do you actually eat? Mostly water. Sometimes I put pepper in the water to spice things up a little bit. I get this real high after lunch, you know? I think it's the pepper. Yeah. So I do drink a lot of water. Not bottled water, though. I think that stuff's really wasteful. It takes 7 liters of water to produce 1 liter of bottled water. Which means that there's a taste tester down at Mount Franklin going, "This water is not watery enough! Put some more water in it! I don't know, water it down a little bit! It needs to be more water." So another thing that I get when people find out I'm vegan is Max, but what do you do for protein? Where do you get your protein from? Do I look like I need protein? That was a rhetorical question. You all laughed way too hard at that. Hey, I lift, okay? I don't know. But look, I'm not saying veganism is gonna, like, you know, solve climate change today or anything like that, but it is a growing community. It is a growing movement. And you can tell because, like, fake meat is a thing now. You know, call me, this might sound a bit weird, but like, if I was a cow, I would find it a bit disturbing that my closest human allies design food that tastes like my own flesh. It's like, hey little cow, how you doing? No, don't worry, I'm not gonna eat you. I'm just gonna snack on this delightful, chewy, fleshy replica of your body. It's all love here. Relax. And the cow's just like, you're a dick. Now switching it up a bit, like imagine it the other way around. Like if shark restaurants in the deep sea served, I don't know, burgers that were, made to closely imitate the taste of my flesh, as a surfer, I actually wouldn't mind that at all, They'd be like, oh mate, this surf and turf burger tastes amazing. Like just like real land food. Like we should go tell the Australian governments to stop baiting and murdering us. Because this is awesome. And then as a surfer, I could be in the water all day and never have to punch a shark in the nose. Not that I would, I'm vegan. Fish are friends, not food. So I think I've got a solution to bring the world together again and solve climate change once and for all. We need another planet to beat at sports. That might sound very Australian. Look, we don't need another planet to invade or colonize, just another life-bearing planet somewhere out there inhabited by organisms with less athletic talent than our own. Because nothing brings us together like athletic competition, right? If we're gonna do it, if we're not gonna do it for the future of planet Earth, we can at least do it for the preservation of intergalactic sporting television advertising rights. Am I right? Maybe not that one, but I got another one. Pokemon. Hear me out. If biodiversity numbers were reflected in the loss of Pokemon species, like if we just called off a whole bunch of rare Pokemon, I feel like people would get it. 8-year-olds would just be like, Pikachu, no! Pikachu! Climate change is bad! And then try explaining to your kids why you didn't act, So I was part of a campaign to get Westpac to withdraw funding from the Adani coal mine and all future coal mines. Stop Adani. Very good campaign. I saw an ad for Westpac at the cinema the other day. I'll give you the gist of it. Basically, a man and his son are stranded at sea. Their boat is capsized. They're a bit blue in the face. You can tell they've been in the water for a while. They're probably suffering hypothermia. They look very scared, wondering if they're going to make it. And then suddenly, a yellow helicopter appears in the distance overhead, flies overhead, a rescue diver descends from the sky, and they're saved. And it was a Westpac helicopter. The plot twist is that the man doesn't even bank with Westpac. And they saved him anyway. How was that? They didn't even have a contractual obligation to do it, and they saved him. Could you imagine though, if you did have to bank with Westpac for them to save you in that situation? Oh, thank God, we're saved! Do you have your unique customer code PIN number, please? No, I'm drowning! Please save me! What about your bank card? You got that on hand? No, but I would really appreciate it if you could send someone down to save myself. Yeah, in a minute. What about your 3 security questions? Let's see. What was the maiden name of your first pet? Didn't have a pet, and I am drowning, so any moment you could save me, that would be great. All right, we'll need you to open an account then. Do you have 3 forms of ID? I doubt it. I'm drowning. So this probably isn't gonna work. I'm drowned! That was him drowning. Look, I'm just gonna have to put you on hold and for another operator. So look, that's why we need to organize people. Yeah, enough of this frivolity. That's why we need to organize people. We need to pressure our governments. We need to pressure our corporations because they just don't fucking get it. Anyway, thanks for coming out. Thanks for having me.